Hello, hello. Hey, how would you feel if you would be capable of solving all your problems and do it by yourself? Well, I know at least how I feel. I feel relaxed, I feel trustful towards life, and I feel definitely capable. And those are really big things to have. It creates into your whole system, into your mind and body, this fully flowing state when actually there is then possible to start to create new things, something more, something bigger than yourself. And yeah, of course, I'm not spending 24/7 yet in that state, but most of my time I am. And yeah, then there is also kind of, lots of still that time that I am too much putting my focus onto nonsense, because this modern world is quite harsh. Harsh place in a way to not to be pulled out from your center. There's the social media, there's lots of things, the busyness, the friends and TVs and newspapers, and you should be doing your training and you should look like this, and too much things that are telling you all the time how you should be and where you should focus. And I understand that this my video is also one of them, but I really do hope that I can kind of like also bring to you some very meaningful information through this video, so that it's not just you wasting your time basically. So how to solve your deeper problems, any problems. No, there basically came the key word to that, which would be then the word deeper. So you have to learn to go deeper. If you are just living on the surface world, which is then all your kind of like surface level problems, you are still not seeing what is the root problem that is creating these surface level problems. So if you want to be able to really make a change, you have to be able to solve those root, deeper area problems. And also this thing that, we are creating much of things that our life is consistent of from the unconscious part of ourselves. And if we never become conscious those parts of ourselves, we actually just keep creating that same superficial stuff. And that's a little bit also the space where the human race is a little bit stuck on now. And there is, there has always been these things like meditation and yoga and different kind of practices to go deep enough. But still, it's not enough to be able to go deep enough, but it's very important. So, first thing that you have to be capable of is to recognize your negative state, your problem state. Then to stop and not to run away to social media or training or calling to your friend or whatever. Stop. And then there comes this thing which would be then, for example, the meditation. But you can do it on your home sofa. You can go out for a walk. Some place where you can be alone with your own thoughts and your own emotions and be fully yourself. And for example, for me, that was my own bed, 4 a.m. last night when the information needed to come up, it's just perfect time to solve problems. But then you have to be capable of solving your problems and have the skill set to do that. Otherwise it's just gonna keep you awake and make you more stressed out. So those 3 things you have to be able to do. And after that, there comes the skill set that now, for example, I am teaching in my shadow training. And that skill set is consistent of asking the right questions and finding the answers to them, understanding your family system and your inner child parts. And why these 3? Because our identity is built up from these building blocks, or these 2, which is your family system and your inner child world. It's your DNA, what you inherited. It's your surroundings, how your parents raised you, or whoever raised you. What are the thoughts, the cultural, religious, different kind of, thinking programs that has inserted in you when you have been child. And human beings, we learn by mimicking, by repeating after our parents or some authority that we look up. It's very simple. So you have to be able to understand how your identity has been built up by going to see how your family system has worked out and how it's still, living in you, and how it's molding your life. And then this inner child part. And of course there is the soul part too, your inner knowing, your inner wisdom, how to bring that out. Okay, now I'm gonna stop saying because it's so annoying. I do that all the time. Yes, so yeah, but you have to become aware of those parts of yourself, because those are the unconscious parts of yourself where you keep creating your life. And if you never go and see those parts of yourself, you keep creating that unconscious life and then solving problems here, and you're gonna be stressed out, and you're gonna be creating diseases and having the unfulfilling life. So yeah, what I'm basically here offering you is my skill set, my knowledge of how to go to do that deeper work with yourself, how to solve your problems more deeply so that you can start to recreate your own life. And it's not about fixing you. There is nothing to be fixed in you. There's nothing wrong with you. There is just parts of you that you haven't seen yet. And you have to go and learn yourself. You have to go there and meet those parts of yourself, so that if you want to act from that part of yourself or maybe some other part of yourself. So that skill set is what I teach in shadow training. If you are interested about learning how to solve your problems more deeply and really make change in your life, you can go and check from my website, which is ShadowTraining.org, my booking page, and book that 30-minute free session, introduction session with me, where we can, you can tell me what is your problems, and then we can see if or how we can solve those problems, how we can learn to solve those problems. And if you like my videos, please like and share and subscribe, and what else? Well, just have a perfect day and pay attention to your problems and your problem states, and think if you want to learn to solve those things. All right, have a perfect day. Ciao.